Hey, fifth graders, this is your reading for today. It is titled, How Do Scientists Collect and Interpret Data? How do scientists collect and interpret data? Data collecting. Tornadoes can be very dangerous. In a tornado, winds can gust up to more than 100 miles per hour, lift up objects, and cause very serious damage. What makes a tornado form? Scientists have done a great deal of research to try and understand the causes of tornadoes, but there is still a lot to learn in order to predict when tornadoes will happen. In order for scientists to be able to predict tornadoes more successfully, they need to collect large amounts of data. Data are information from which a conclusion can be drawn or a prediction can be made. For example, scientists can collect data about the air temperature before a tornado forms. These data can be connected to information they already know about other weather patterns during that time. It is important that each type of data is collected consistently and recorded in a useful way. Scientists can find relationships among data and possibly make predictions about how a tornado forms. Precision and accuracy. When collecting data, scientists try to control their experiments. This means they avoid having things happen that might interfere with good data collection. Data from a controlled experiment are consistent and precise. Precise is the ability to consistently repeat a measurement. Accuracy is the ability to make a measurement that is as close to the actual value as possible. Look at the targets in the example below. In science, valid data are data measured with precision and accuracy. So here's our first target. It says, this target shows high precision because marks are very close to one another. It shows low accuracy because the marks are not at the center of the target. This target shows high accuracy because the marks are close to the center of the target. It shows low precision because the marks are not very close to each other. Tools. Scientists use many different kinds of tools to collect data. The tool used depends on the task. You can use the tools to help you see things that you normally could not see. If something is very small or very far away, a tool can help you see it in more detail. Tools also help you measure things and gather information. You can measure volume, temperature, length, distance, mass, time, and more with proper tools. Tools can help you gather information and analyze your data. Scientists share their findings. Because they do, tools can help you find information collected by others. And so in the pictures below, they've got a bunch of different tools that we have seen some of in class already. Okay. So you can use a balance to measure mass. You can use a stopwatch or a timer to measure elapsed time. A calculator helps you analyze data easier and faster than you could with paper and pencil. You use a thermometer to measure temperature. Many thermometers have both Fahrenheit and Celsius scales. Scientists use a meter stick to measure length and distance. A graduated cylinder is used to measure volume. A spring scale is used to measure force. And a microscope makes objects appear much larger. Safety. Scientists know they must work safely when doing experiments. You need to be careful when doing science activities too. It is important to make yourself and other people safe. Care must be taken to make sure all living organisms, including plants and animals, are handled properly. Follow these safety rules. Tie long hair back and avoid wearing loose clothing. Wear safety goggles when needed. Never taste or smell any substance unless directed to do so by your teacher. Listen to the teacher's instructions. Ask questions. Use chemicals carefully. Help keep the plants and animals you use safe. And then handle other equipment carefully. Organize data. When scientists use tools to make observations, they collect data. In order to be useful, data must be organized. Organizing data allows a scientist to more easily recognize patterns that might be present. Data can be organized in many ways, including tables, graphs, charts, and graphics. Tables and graphs. One way that scientists organize data is by using a table. Look at the table below. It shows that scientists have collected data on the frequency of tornadoes in various states and have organized the information. Once the information has been organized into a table, it may display in a graph, such as the bar graph below. Graphs can help scientists see mathematical relationships in their data. The information in both the table and the graph is the same, but is shown in different ways. So there's the table, the number of tornadoes, and there's the graph. Make inferences. Science deals with observations and facts. Imagine you hear a dog barking in the distance. This is a scientific observation because anyone listening to and looking at the dog would agree that the dog is barking. Data and observations are facts. For example, the statement, "dogs bark," is a fact. Scientific observations are different from opinions. An opinion is a personal belief and is not always based on facts. An example of an opinion in this case would be, "the dog's a bad dog." A scientist uses facts and observations to draw a conclusion and make inferences. An inference is a conclusion based on observations. An example of an inference is the dog is barking because it sees a rabbit. In science, for a conclusion to be valid, it must be based on observations and sound reasoning, not on opinion.